So when you say like when you, I mean, do people like I want to have like how it's in me to like want to help your business. Like so, I mean, are you doing birth year coins for hobo nickels for people, or
Yeah,
you?
I do. Yeah, so some people ask for that, and they, I just I get the year that they want, or I'll engrave the year they want. But just it, that's been really helpful to me. Like being on Facebook, I've had a lot of sales because of that.
Yeah, I can just. I mean, it's just kind of like I look at your business and think very interesting. How could I grow that? And so, I mean, my head churns as well when I see something.
For your churn, Ben, I'm always looking for Buffalo nickels. So if you ever want to put a lot of churn coins out, we definitely bet on that.
Well, see, I was thinking about. I used to save coins. There, a lot of Buffalo nickels at times get like this red color to them and green color to them, and sometimes the field is all dark, but the profile of the buffalo and the Indian is worn down, and it's just like the red and green coins. I think that you should do something with Christmas.
Yeah, those are awesome. And I've never seen like the Jefferson nickels just don't tone that way. I don't know what it is about a Buffalo nickel, but they get some weird colors on them.
They really, really do. And I used to, and I still, and I could, because we see them all the time, set them aside, and then you do Christmas, or, I mean, your mind can just go, with things.
People collect everything. I mean, there's people out there that collect green Buffalo nickels, and you can provide that to them.
Correct. Over on CoinOp, I don't know if you're familiar with their YouTube channel, but they posted something this Sunday, and there have been a few people in there commenting about it, about how, well, I mean, like, they don't like the fact that this technology is here.
You know what's interesting is that every new piece of technology that came around, there's been a lot of like hysteria, like it's going to run everything. Like one thing I saw, like in the 1930s, they had something called a music robot, and it was just music through a speaker. And they said how it would destroy music, and there'd be no more musicians, and there was actually a group formed against it to destroy the music robot. So, every new technology, people come out and say it's going to end things, but it actually makes things better in the end.
Yes, I've had a lot of people doing that and saying those type of things. I'm ruining everything, and it's going to kill roll hunting, and so you would have to imagine me having the access to all the coins in the world at the snap of a finger in order for that thinking.
See, the thing is that you don't have access to all the coins in the world, and there's so many coins out there that your machine, even with those really impressive numbers, it's just not going to be able to process that many coins. It's impossible. But you can process a lot, and I think it's actually good for the hobby that new coins are being found that are valuable. That they've never been tapped before.
Well, another thing that I've had to prepare myself for anything that anybody wants to say, right?
Right.
I've been working on that for a while. Not saying that I'm numb to everything, that's for dang sure. But somebody was going to do this. It just happens to be me, right?
Yeah, you're right.
So when you really look at it like that, somebody was going to do this. And it just happens to be that it's us, it's me. Not much different than Steve Jobs introducing the iPod, right?
Oh, right. I just think it's amazing that look at all these great coins that are just lost in literally buckets. You had 2 million pennies just hidden in those pennies, and you found them, and that's pretty amazing.
Yeah, something that I say sometimes is, in a weird sort of way, it's almost like introducing a tractor to a farmer.
Wow.
Back in the day, I mean, years and years ago, hell, they're plowing with horses and ox or whatever, and then then a tractor comes along.
Which is mind blowing back then. A tractor was mind blowing.
Absolutely.
It's never been done. Like, that's a lot of work. Just when I list hobo nickels, it's a lot of work to list on eBay. Have you ever came across like sorting? Do you ever see like counterfeit coins when you're sorting coins out?
Yeah, most of them are done by a human, though, rather than being struck. I mean, you have to think, I mean, like most of my product that we buy to run through the machine is coming from old coin hoards and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I see, old fake 14Ds, fake 31Ss, fake three-legged buffaloes, stuff like that.
But there just has to be something to authenticate it, because I mean, that would be a game changer. If you just do that, that would be a game changer.
Well, I've got so much in front of me, I don't know how much of it I'm going to pull off as far as an individual or as a company. But I have thought longer and harder about all of this stuff than probably anyone. I mean, years and years and years of thinking about all this stuff.
It's good to see it all come together, though. That when you see that machine run, it's pretty amazing.
It is. There's lots of puzzle pieces. That's been one of the pain points with other people that hear and see. They want to call me scattered. They think that I can't focus. Really, it's just a matter of there's lots of parts and pieces to the puzzle, and I'm just figuring out how to understand each part and piece better and better every day.
I think it's amazing looking at the photos of it.
I don't know. You look at Amazon and the way that they have these robots running around and shipping product and everything like that. I see that as just like a big candy store of coins.
Yeah, that would be amazing. Well, you're making a lot of collectors happy. I mean, those coins are just sitting in a bucket somewhere, and then how long did it take to go through those 2 million coins for the machine?
That didn't even take us. Took us to be from beginning to end, as far as getting every little nook and cranny, every piece of value out of there. Took us like 3 weeks.
Wow.
We can process over 4 million coins a month.
Yeah, that's amazing. But, they're so small when you look at one coin, but then when I carve those 1,000 nickels, I mean, it's a lot of weight. When you start putting them together, it's a lot to work with. I can't imagine 2 million. Wow, that's amazing. Sometimes I buy buffalo nickels, and they're so hard to buy, because if the seller's not trustworthy, the coins are in bad shape, and they're hard to come across. Actually, that is the hardest part of carving hobo nickels, is just coming across buffalo nickels.
Well, you'd mentioned, I was curious, you said that you buy half-date stuff?
Yeah, definitely. Those are perfect.
And why the half-date? Why are those perfect?
It's just, they're a little bit cheaper, and a lot of the details are on the coin.
Right.
And, full dates are always nice, but then I think it's the quality of the carving that sells the coin. So I think half dates are like perfect.
I'll be setting that type of stuff aside when you're ready.
Oh yeah, definitely. I sold things to the U.S. Mint gift shop, which was major for me. I never thought that would happen. But their gift shop bought some hobo nickels to sell.
And it was successful. Did they reorder, or are they planning to reorder, or?
They just ordered them like 2 weeks ago. So,
Oh, well, good for you.
yeah.
That's fantastic. See, I mean,
So
you're innovating. I mean, it's like in a different world, but you've got this innovation, and so then when it happens, you just like scratch your head and say, "Wow."
yeah, that's mind blowing. Like it left the mint 80 years ago, and now it's going back. So
That's the kind of stuff that I think is really cool. The resurfacing, or like I sometimes imagine with the machine running everything through, how many of those coins, when I'm bagging or putting date and mint marks in, what are the chances that those coins were struck at the same time at the mint?
yeah, yeah,
And so then I could do like a whole cartoon or story on that about like when they parted, when they were born at the mint, and they.
yeah. And they're back together again.
And then they're back together again. Almost, I mean, in my mind, I see the two coins giving each other a hug. Man, I haven't seen you since 1926 in San Francisco. I don't know. I think that there are people like you and I, my friend, that are, we kind of march a little bit to the beat of a different drummer than your average Joe. And you know what?
Yeah, yeah.
You know what? That's all right. I mean,
That's how you make progress.
exactly. We're not just marching. Just it's not the status quo.
Because you're going somewhere that no one's gone. No one's gone there before. Like no one's ever done that before.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing that we've had to figure out is how to even handle this much product. And you know, I talk a little bit in the Facebook stuff, but about becoming a marketing company. Thinking, and then so then that's what you're doing right now, and your marketing strategy, it opens up. You could just sit and carve and become a hermit carving hobo nickels and have them stacked up all over around you.
Yeah, you're right. You gotta move them. You gotta find a way to move them.
So now, you know, I mean, 1,000-piece sale. The U.S. Mint putting them in their gift shop. You got things happening for yourself.
Yeah, that's. But you know, it just you just have to plan to make that stuff happen, like you were saying. Like you just get a crazy idea. Hey, I want the mint to carry my stuff, and you just do things to make it happen.
Something that I've got going on around here is I've had lots of crazy ideas. And my thinking, and it's not necessarily even just crazy, about little things to do to create, innovate, get the word out, anything about branding ourselves and thinking about branding and getting our name out there and all those sorts of things. And what I have now is I have some individuals here that I talk, and I'm getting more comfortable opening up to them, and then they're pushing me. They're like nudging me about, well, then let's do that. I talk about putting something on Facebook. Next thing you know, that afternoon, they've got a video for me to look at about that. So sometimes it's like, for me, it's getting past the thinking, it's about doing.
Yeah, you need that support. Like you hear a lot of thinking of people saying, "Hey, you're doing an innovation that's going to run coins," which is not true. So you need to hear from people that are innovators saying, push the envelope. What you're doing is actually a really good thing. That much order out of just chaos, and chaos is like 2 million coins all clumped together. That's total chaos, and then your machine processes them, and it's like order out of chaos. That's amazing.
Yeah. And there's so much that I want to do. There are so many different ways to take this, and I just keep pushing forward.
Wow, that's amazing. Wow. Well, it was really an honor talking to you. That's really, and I carved the whole nickel for you today.
Well, I appreciate it, and I appreciate you taking the time.
Oh yeah.
Sometime we're going to end up at maybe at a show or something like that, or we'll meet. I know that we're going to meet.
Oh yeah, it's a small field. Coins are a small field.
Yep. All right, Brent.
Okay, well, take care and keep sorting.
You know I will. Take care. Have a great rest of your day.
Okay, take care.
Bye-bye.